Hey everyone, day 9 here. It's been a few more days than I meant for it to be. I think the last one was on day 4, so it's been flying by really quick. Part of that was the weekend, but I am still making good progress. So last time I was working on the profile and the settings, and that's all done. So you can go through and create a custom profile and company information and custom logos and all that sort of stuff. The next thing I was going to work on was invoices, which makes sense. You know, it's an invoicing app, so I was going to do the next big thing. But then remembered that, oh yeah, invoices need to reference a client, and there's no clients yet. Those don't exist. So I went ahead and switched and worked on clients next, which I'll show you. So if you click on Create New and Client, this little Create New menu here appears on every page to make it easy to create new invoices or time or clients or whatever. If I click on client, now I can create a new client. You see all the typical fields that you would expect: company name, phone number, email, all those sorts of things. One other thing that I added here is the ability to override your account level settings at the client level. So at the account level, for example, if I have $100 per hour as my default rate, at the individual client level, I can change that to, say, 80. And when I save that, any invoices that I create or time that I track for the client will use this setting instead of the account level setting, if that's been customized for the client. And if I go to a client that I've already, a client, not invoice, that I've already created, Acme Inc., I go into them. You can see that I've actually done that. I've set the custom rate at $80 an hour, and there's this little custom badge here that shows you that this is overriding the account level settings. So once you create and save that client, this is what you'll see. Basic client information here. So everything that you saw in that form plus an activity feed. I want to be able to see if comments have been made, if invoices have been sent or paid. Those sorts of things will show up here in the activity feed. And of course your billing preferences. The ability to edit exists, so you can go in and change whatever you need to. If I wanted to change this to, I don't know, 60 instead of 80, I could later on. And if I go back, one other thing that I've added is this related section. It's a placeholder for now. I want to have the ability to see the invoices and the time and the projects that are related to this client right here on the client page. So I need to figure all that out and how that'll look. This is looking a little too busy for me. There's too many little sections on this page. I'll probably combine these two into one and then have a related section and a note section. I think I'll work on that today to clean it up a little bit. But as you can see, you can use and have markup in the notes. This will probably be eventually a multi-user app, and so that's why I've got my little name and picture here, even though right now it's just single freelancers that'll be able to use it at first. So you'll only ever see your picture at first, but eventually it'll be more of a team thing, I think, or at least maybe a small agency thing. And so you can add notes, you can use markup and that sort of stuff. So this is all done. Next, I'm going to move over to projects, because projects are going to be very similar to clients. Basic information about the project, billing preferences about the project, time related to the project. It's all going to be kind of the same thing. The idea here is that you can track time either against a client or a project. If you track it against a project, of course, the project belongs to a client, so it's kind of both at the same time. But it just leaves some flexibility for the freelancer, the user, to figure out how they want to break up their work. If everything goes under the client, that's fine. If they work with the client a lot and they want to break it up into smaller projects, they can do that. Totally up to them. So that's what I'll be working on next. Appreciate the time and follow me along and let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, or feedback. I appreciate it.